Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program with Kerbal Space Adventures. Now, when we last left off, T. Harvey was having a horrible time crashing down into the ocean. I did reload, I did bring him back down, I did have the same error that I had last time, even though I did make some changes to our files here in KSP. As you can see, we're missing a lot of the fuse tech stuff that we had before. I moved some of it around, I changed what some of it does. We're still keeping the remote tech and the extraplanetary mod. However, we did take a lot of the fuse tech stuff out because it just did not work for us. I also did some editing here on our ship. As you can see, we only have the one module. I figure why take two when we can only take one, or we only need to take one. And what we can do is we can get this up here like this, and then do some random oddball maneuvering, and use that oddball maneuvering in order to get, well, basically, in order to get this on there, because we only need this one module, and that way we don't have to bring one back, we don't have to do any waste, any one. It'll be fun to try to dock that thing in the way I'm thinking of docking it. I also moved the RTGs. Don't think the RTGs were causing an issue. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, but I moved them down below the decoupler. Right now, this thing works fine. I think what I'm going to do, though, while we're here, and while I'm thinking about it, just in case, because it does need power when it's on its own, and even if all it gets is a little bit of solar power, at least a little bit of power is a little bit of power. So this is the same ship that we had before, exactly the same ship, except it shouldn't have as big of an issue going up into space. Dookie Holiday, you're not going, sir. Not right now. It's not your turn. This is not your time. Now, T. Harvey went last time. I know, T. Harvey went last time. There are a couple people I need to add. I forgot to do that off camera. I think I'll do that off camera because once I get someone loaded up here, we're just going to head up to the station. So off camera I will add a few people here and there. Let's see. Let's just grab somebody. I think, oh, here we go. Wait. I saw somebody. Protox. Protoxic money iffy. I think that's how you pronounce that. What was this called? You Proto. Because Proto's awesome. So Proto, lots of courage, not very much stupidity, which is great, because that means if anything goes wrong, he'll be there to save the day. Awesome. So, again, think I fixed the problem. This is, again, one stage of something that I really want to try. Hopefully we can get it up there and everything will be fine. Having a thought, but it's not a good one. No. Okay, we're going to wait on that one. Sorry, I was just having a thought, but it's like, nope. Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead and get this thing out there, and I'm gonna get up to the station, get it within docking range, then I'm gonna bring you guys back so we can dock this silly thing, and then we can move forward with our space station, because right now we're still at a very basic space station that doesn't have anything or anybody on it. That's pretty bad. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that up there, we'll get that running, and once we get up there, I'll see you guys there, so I will see you there. Alrighty everybody, here we are around the station, about 200 meters. We're not exactly not moving towards it, but we're moving towards it slow enough to where we can do everything else we need to do. We did ditch our tank. It is more debris out here. We have a lot of debris out here. Well, I think some of it has gone. Yeah, there it is. So we have a lot of debris out here that's starting to fill up, but it's going to get worse as we go forward, but hey, that's how we roll. Alright, so what we're going to try to do is we're going to decouple this node. We're also going to, I should have done this first, we're going to switch up, we're going to turn on that, we're going to turn on that, we're going to back away a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. Perfect. Alright, now I just want to go down. We are going to be a little bit unstable, but luckily our SAS unit will keep us somewhat stable. Seem to be enhancing my S's today, that's really odd. Alright, there we go. We can turn ourselves a little bit sideways. Good. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to thrust forward. I should really not be locked onto that when I'm trying to do a docking with this, but honestly, we don't really have much of a choice. Well, we do, but I'm not going to use it, so there's that. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate ourselves around. Try not to bump it. Try our very best not to bump it. Boop. There it is. Alright, perfect. Okay, we're going to come in this way, and then we're going to bring ourselves in. And so what I'm going to try to do is we're just going to try to go ahead and dock onto one of these extra clamps here. And it may not seem like the greatest idea ever, but I kind of like it. I think it's going to rock. I think we're going to do good. So let's go ahead. Now, we're not using this to dock because, of course, it's not what we're docking to. We're locked onto that. It's giving us our direction to that station. So we're going to be moving back and forth around that station a little bit, getting closer, farther away, so on and so forth. Now, hopefully this doesn't cause any kind of a problem. All four of these should be connected just fine. Should be connected just fine. But hopefully it doesn't cause any kind of issue when we try to dock here. And done. Look at that. Nice. Now, now we have this fun-looking shield thing. Now, of course, in order to get to where we want to go, we have to just rotate around. And again, we're gonna try not to get sick here while we do this. Never just whoop whoop whoop. Lost it. There you go. It's gonna kind of nudge that way, I guess you can say. Is what we're gonna do. How much RCS do we have? Oh, about 100. 100's fine. 100's good. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it might take us a minute or two to get over there. We'll fast forward as needed. What I'm doing right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, is I see that garbage over there. I'm looking for that giant fuel tank. I'm looking for the big orange tank we left, because I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous with all this trash flying around. But hopefully it won't be too big of a problem. So we're going to come in towards the station, and again we're going to just dock this way we docked the last one. Now, just so you know, when I brought Harvey home, I brought the other piece of the station with us because I knew it wouldn't work. A bit cheaty to know the future like that, but I forgot to test it, and that was my bad. I should have tested it, and I did not. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? We just came around the South Pole, so that station right there, the station right there is actually set up almost exactly the way we want it to be. So that is really nice. I like that. Perfect. All right. Rocking this one. Let's go ahead and just kind of nose ourselves in. Well, we kind of want to be pointed at it, but at the same time not. Alright, there we go, linear. And then we're just going to come in like this. So, nope. There we go. So yeah, what we want to do is we want to dock this to this node here. I think that's the correct node. I think that's the node that I want. Usually I put the power node down here. Or, well, the food node, I guess you could say. Well, in the original design with Ion Cross, I put the crew support tanks down there. But the crew support tanks were so light that I would just have them placed there because, you know, that's just where they seem to want to fit. May not have the same ability to do that now. Okay, let's go ahead and slow ourselves down a little bit and then come on in. Now we are going to have to dock this really strangely because where we're actually docking is not where we where our nose is. Oh wait, actually I can do this control. Whoa, okay, that just made things get really complex and creepy crazy. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hopefully everything still works fine though. Okay, looks like my controls are still set. We're having a little bit of problem with a few of the systems here. Oh, I see why. I'm off center because it's gonna flip the camera again. All right, back it up. Yeah, I know what I did wrong. When I told it to control from there, it started to control, or it tilted the camera to this, like this instead of like this, so our RCS was basically off kilter. Alright, so what we want to do is we're going to kind of keep this as straight as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Eek. Wait, where are we going? Why are we going that way? Oh, okay. Again, yeah, now I confused myself. By doing that, I confused myself really bad. How much model propellant? 98? We're good. We are good. Alright, I want to go this way. I want to keep that one straight. I go this way. Alright. Okay, up. Move forward a little bit. It won't be perfectly square, but that's okay. I'm not looking for perfectly square. I'm looking for good enough for jazz, or close enough for jazz, or whichever one you want to say. Like so. Let's go ahead and lock that in there. RS, and just let the docking clamps do what they do. Alright, there it is. That's what I was going for initially, was that nice little clamp there. Let's go ahead and tee up, and hopefully that'll stop our roll. Okay, there it is. So that's what I was going for initially. And look, wow, we did that pretty well. Still a little bit wobbly. The ship's still a little bit wobbly, but that's okay. It's just trying to hold itself together. But there it is. There it is. Now, as you can see, our apoapsis height is 84 and our periapsis height is 70. I'm not sure why that is. Well, we can't really adjust it because now we're off center. I mean, we could try. But I don't think I want to try that. But this would be like our last chance to fix it, because this is the last time I think we're going to have an engine stuck to this side of the ship. No, let's give it a shot. Worst comes to worst, we all die. So let's go ahead and switch up to rotation mode. Ooh, it's gonna be wobbly. Wibbly wobbly. Alright, we're coming up on our apoapsis in 12 minutes. And our periapsis in 27. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually stop time. As you can see, with the B9 lights, that point light, as you speed up time, it no longer calculates light distances. So, in fact, you can light up the dark side of Kerbin in any planet if you have these B9 lights attached and turned on. It's kind of a funny, I won't call it a glitch or a bug, it's just the way the game is. When it stops calculating physics, it also stops calculating light rays. and because of that, you can do things like have it. Why is physics gone crazy? Okay. Yeah, you can have your ship do kind of weird, or have your lights do kind of weird things, but you know what? That's okay. So we're just past our apoapsis at 84, and I'm going to come back down the other way, and we have 12 minutes until we get to our periapsis, and we're just going to let that roll. And I'm not pointing at the sky or anything, and well, we're still on chase cam, aren't we? Let's go ahead and slow that down a little bit, and then go back from whoa, frame rate, free cam. There we go. Okay, free cam might work a little bit better for us. Not epic great or anything, but a little bit better for us. Let's get 6 minutes. Or 6 hours, no, is it a minute? Or no, it's 5 minutes, 40 seconds, and then microseconds, I think is how that works. Yeah, so we have 5 minutes till we get there. I'm figuring this out. Alright, so we come 3, 2, whoa, there is the North Pole. I believe that's the North Pole of Kerbin. Okay, 40 seconds. Now this might be a little bit, like I said, this is going to be a little bit wobbly because of how we're set up, but hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And what we want to do is we want to roll into... Not that way, we actually want to roll the other way. Why is the ship spinning so horribly? Don't know, don't care, doesn't matter. We might want to control from here though. Oop, wrong one. Control from here. Right? Okay. Now it just says no target. I'm assuming we're controlling from the right place. We just missed our periapsis a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, we just kind of want to get into a more circularized orbit, and the best way to do that is like this. So let's go ahead and throttle up, just nice and gentle, so it doesn't fight us. It is going to fight us a little bit, but 80, because 10 kilometers on the high side is not cool. We also want to keep our orbit from becoming more eccentric than it already is. Not sure I can hold that, but that's okay. That's okay. 89 degrees is almost as good as 90. Whoop, 71 by 70. Might work. Maybe if we tilt up a little bit. This is not so bad. It's very wobbly. It's very wobbly, but it's not so bad. 71 by 70. Nope. 70 by 71. It looks like 70 by 71 looks like it's good, what it's going to be right now. I'm okay with that. I hope you guys are okay with that. We're all pretty okay with that. So now we have this module stuck here at the end. Very squarely, mind you. Very squarely, mind you. And now what it's time to do is it is time to bring Protox home. And of course, when we're bringing Protox home, we are going to just do that on camera, of course, because there's no reason not to. The only downside is since I don't know if what caused the issue with this before. If it happens again, we're gonna chalk it up to a bug, and then I'll have to bring Protox home off camera. And I do bring them home the right way. Like I actually bring them, I bring them down. I don't just code it to where I'm like, okay, change the code to have them be near the ground, and then they're fine. No, I actually fly them down to Kerbin. It's just I worry that bad things are afoot, so I try my very best to make sure that they are safe before I do anything too complex. All right. And I did it initially with Harvey as a test. I was thinking to myself, okay, I'll just do it as a test, and then I'll bring Harvey home, and then I'll reload and I'll bring Harvey home on camera. But then when I brought him home and I had that bug again, I was like, you know what? I think it'd probably be a bad idea to bring Harvey home on camera, just in case that bug keeps reoccurring. Because if it does, then we're gonna have to redesign the ship. But I'm not sure if it was a clipping issue or what. But I took the ship out on the launch pad. I tested it. It seems to be functioning fine. There's no reason for it not to be. If I space now, we have an issue. There we go. Alright, T, and then rotate. There it is. Alright, so this is our moment of truth, as it were. This is where we determine whether or not the design change has, in fact, done its thing. I want to do something very important with this right now. I want to make absolutely sure that these do not go off. There's sometimes a bug with decoupling where decouplers will not function the way they're supposed to. Okay, that goes to that engine, which I don't care about, and this goes to that, which I do care about. So we should, well, I could just, no, we're going to use the spacebar. And boom, alright. So, it looks like it worked this time because previously it would not eject us, like the last time I did it when basically what happens is you decouple, you say decouple the node, and when it decouples, this whole thing becomes transparent, like there's no collision detection. You can IVA, but you can't EVA. Nothing works. All of your staging goes awry. Everything looks really horrible, goes really bad. I don't know why we're stage locked, but we are. Thank you. I don't know why our music cut out. Oh, because we're at 69,000. Okay, whoop. Okay, stage lock off, please. What do you mean NA? See, I think we got the same bug we had before. Why are we having a bug? Can we IVA? Okay, IVA. I don't want to EVA. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this goes NA. No idea. It must be a bug with remote tech. I'm thinking someone had mentioned previously that it's a bug with remote tech, and I'm thinking that they're right, that it is indeed a bug with remote tech, and if that's the case, that's the case. So we're just going to turn all this off. Oop, we're going to turn our, there, we're going to, not that. Yeah, okay, we're going to turn that back on. We're going to rotate into the sunlight. So our solar panel has, yay, we have sunlight. All right, so we're going to just come in. Now, unless I miss my guess, I should still be able to manually deploy the parachutes. So, I don't know, I don't know what the bug is, but it looks like we got it again. Might be remote tech. I do have a couple of passive array antennas on that decoupler down there, and that might be what's causing the issue, but I don't know why this doesn't go from whatever to local control. It's like it should, but it doesn't. I don't know. We'll have to hope. Hopefully Protox is fine. If we have the same issue that we had before, again, I'll just bring Protox down, and then I'm going to have to rebuild this entire ship, because whatever's causing this bug is part of the ship. And these are all stock parts, minus the antennae array. So there is that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to fast forward time a little bit. We're going to time accelerate just a teeny bit, because we're coming in shallow. It looks like we're coming in high, but we're not. We're coming in shallow. We'll probably come in. Oop, I need to turn those lights off too. Oh wait, let's do that. Turn the lights off. I'm not using RTG, so having those lights on even with the solar panels is kind of a bad idea. Alright, so we're coming in down, coming on down, do. And I think the next thing we'll get up onto the station, well, of course the next thing we'll get up on the station, we need food and living quarters and a communication system, or at least a scientific station or system or something. I think I know what the next part we're going to bring up is, though, and it's probably not going to be food. Again, Kerbals are like one of the last thing you want to put on your ship. Not because I'm concerned about them dying or anything, but honestly because it just seems like that should be the order of operation. Get the whole ship put together, and then bring your crew up, and they can climb on board and be like, yay, instead of getting it in parts and pieces. Now, I know the International Space Station isn't like that, of course. We bring people up, and then we bring up the parts, because it's cheaper overall, I think, to bring up the people than it is to bring up a huge chunk of station. And you need a bunch of people out there to put it all together. So, you do have that as well. Alright, so we're coming in. Looks like our periapsis and apoapsis is fine. Coming down at about 100 meters per second, which is fine. We're coming to about 30 kilometers. Those mountains are huge. Look at those mountains. Like sticking up out of the atmosphere. Tall mountains is tall. I'm gonna go climb those things one day, maybe. Oh, I think we're gonna land at the North Pole. Or is it the South Pole? Where are we? Are we upside down? I don't know where we are. I think we're at the South Pole now. I think we crossed the North Pole before, and I think we're... No, I mean, I could check my map, but I honestly don't care that much. Wait a minute. Latitude and longitude, right? Latitude and longitude. We are at negative 338 by 62. We're at the South Pole. Because anything above, anything above is positive, right? Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. Like, I kind of want to test my staging right now, but I don't want to accidentally, I don't want these to be invisible and accidentally stage my my parachutes and then have them burn off. So we're just gonna slowly come in at 30,000 meters, and then that should be where our physics start kicking in, where the fire starts kicking in. There it is. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see the trailing edges there. Okay, there it is. Good. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna land at the South Pole. Nice. Protox is gonna be able to play Snowman. Yeah. I know that returning and things like that are a very long process for my videos, and if you guys think, if you guys think that returning is boring, I think it's interesting because, of course, again, it is you guys that are returning. It's not just generic Kerbal X that's returning. It is, in fact, you guys that are returning. So please tell me if you think that returning is just as boring as leaving. Like, I only do the launches on new test vehicles because, of course, if you do the launches on every vehicle, it gets boring, especially if you're reusing the same vehicle over and over and over again. Very rarely will anything go wrong. So I don't usually do launches that way, but I do returns because, of course, we do have the deadly reentry. There are all sorts of things that could go wrong. If you guys feel that I have become practiced enough with deadly reentry or with returning you guys that you'd rather not see the long-winded returns, then I could just do the do the intercepts, like when we intercept the ship and show you the designs that we're going to be taking up and things like that. And that way we can get kind of more content per video without that. Totally up to you guys, though. Let's go ahead and start our staging. Oh, so, yep, so those stages are gone, and we're about 300 meters per second. Well, 350, but I always read the first number and then ignore everything after, which in the world of space flight, you probably don't want to do. Alright, we're at 200, and boom. And there we go. Now that should be fine. Okay, now, here's where the problem came in. Now, everything looks like it's working fine, except for the whole NA thing up here. And the weirdness that we were having. Everything looks fine, except for the fact that when I tried this once before, everything kind of worked fine. Like, the pod splashed down in the ocean. With Harvey's issue, pod splashed down in the ocean, didn't explode, which I thought was really odd since it hit the water at like 300 meters per second. A couple seconds later, there was an invisible splash, like a splash out of nowhere, just sploosh, and Harvey died. And so what I'm thinking what happened is somehow the internal cockpit got separated from the ship, or Harvey somehow was thought to be EVA'd when he wasn't, and so it showed him inside the ship, but I had no control. And of course, everything was really bugged out, as you saw. And then once the pod hit the water and nothing, like no physics were calculated, Harvey hit the water, even though he was invisible, and then the physics were calculated and said that he died. So I'm not entirely sure what was up with that, but it looks like everything's going fine now. Worst comes to worst is Protox falls through the ice. I mean, literally falls through the ice and into the core of Kerbin. If that doesn't happen, then we're set. We're good to go. Oh well. Parachute's not opening. Parachute's not opening, notwithstanding. I'm thinking to myself, that was going to be fine. Alright, we will time accelerate a little bit towards the ground. We are at 800, but these just opened, so we're more like, yeah, 400. So we're about 400 meters off the surface regardless. Nice tundra-ishness, though. I like how it's bumpy down here. I like how it's like mountainous in the South Pole. It's really not flat here. Not as flat as the North Pole is. The North Pole is like really super flat, but here you got like the bumpy mountains near the edges. That's pretty cool. Unless we are on the North Pole. I don't even know. I'm confused. I think we may be on the North Pole, not the South Pole. I'm pretty sure. I could really just check my map. Everyone's like, KB, check your stupid map. But I don't wanna. Alright, we'll take a look at the map. Oh, nope, I lied. We're at the North Pole. Okay, my bad. We need a Kerbal compass. We need a Kerbal compass. I don't even think this has a compass in it, does it? It doesn't have any kind of indicator. Well, it does. Well, this is kind of an indicator. I suppose, no, this points up towards sky regardless on which end of the planet you're on, so that's not even an indicator either. Oh, but we did hit the dirt, and we didn't fall through. Yay, Protox! So again, if you guys think that it's kind of boring, if you guys are like, KB, you fly, you land, you fly, you land, you fly, you land. We've seen it a million times. No one's died. But if you want, what I can do is I can record it, and then, like, just cut it if you guys think it's long-winded. And that way something bad does, like I do with the launches, something bad does happen, I can include it. But give me a heads up on that. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you guys would like to see more content in the video. And speaking of which, I'm not sure how long this video has been, and we only got one part up there. So, what I think we're going to do is we may do another launch to get another piece up there. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and see you guys probably at the launch pad, maybe up at the station, or maybe in the VAB. It really depends. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to take up, and then we're going to take it up, and then we're going to go and dock it, of course. And I'll see you guys along that path at some point, so I'll see you there. Alright everyone, here we are back in the VAB, and as you can see, we have a new thing. For those of you who don't recognize it, this is a modified version of the extraplanetary launch pads. Now, this part here is not modified, but this is the docking platform that apparently is used to launch ships in space, which is what we were trying to do around Duna, and it did not work on the original mod. So kudos to the new mod developer, I believe it's under a new mod developer, who took over and was able to add spaceport, space side ship creation, which is great. And of course this is exactly what this entire space station is for, is to kind of test this thing out. Now, as you can see, the modified smelter, and that's what this is, the modified smelter is using the science module system, the science module body. I decided to use that. Again, I was going to use the Fuse Tech system, but then I realized we have basically a stock Fuse Tech style ship. It doesn't have any internals, of course, but that's okay. But it does have all the smelting abilities that the standard smelter does, but in a nice compact package. Now, the docking of this when we get up there is going to be extremely difficult because, as you can see, there's only one docking clamp and it's on the wrong side of the ship. For that reason, we're going to have some fun trying to dock this thing. But I'm going to go ahead and get it up there. Since the whole ship itself worked just fine before, like the last time with Protox, it looks like we're going to keep this design. Hopefully it'll continue to work for us. Some bugs here and there, but it doesn't seem to be that bad. Wait, I gotta check. Do I have remote tech on here? It looks like I do not. Okay, so I thought I had a remote tech satellite or remote tech visual on there, but I don't. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun trying to dock this thing. I hope it's gonna work for us, but I'm gonna go ahead and launch this. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. Again, we're gonna have Yuki. Yuki is gonna be our pilot, just in case you guys are wondering. Just trying to mix it up with everybody, and I will see you guys back up at the station, and we'll get this last module docked up. So I'll see you guys there. Alright everybody, here we are, about where I think we need to be. What we need to do is switch over and flip around. Alright, so we're going to try to do something very, very, very not good. Not smart, anyway. Target? I seem to have lost my target. Okay, that's cool. Set as target is fine. That's fine. Alright, so, yeah, as you can see, we're having a little bit of an issue already. Roll it over. Roll it over. So I can get my up and my down set correctly. So yeah, we're going to try to do something very, 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 very silly here. This is not how you're supposed to do this. This is not a good idea at all. It is, in fact, one of the worst ideas I've ever had. But we're going to try it anyway, because that's how we roll up in here. We roll poorly is how we roll. Okay, how close... Oop, a little bit of a glitch there. How close are we to where I want to be? This is all backwards. It's all backwards now. Well, up and down is right, but forward and back is not. Forward and back is backwards now. Alright, so what we want to do, we want to head towards the station bit here, but not too quickly. Yeah, see, we could so miss that if we were not careful. Alternatively, we could do this in chase cam, probably work a little bit better for us. Let's try it. Chase cam, please. Yes, rotate all the rotates. And what we want to do is not that. What we want to do is not that. We do want to do that, though. Alright, so this is... I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And hopefully we don't ram anything, but that could be a possibility. Alright, we want to tilt up, like so. We want to tilt left, like so. And then what we want to do is we want to go, yeah, okay, what we want to do is we want to go like this. So we're going to move forward a little bit, and we're going to move backwards very quickly, very, very quickly. And while we do that, we want to decouple node, go back a little bit, and go up. And if we did it right, which I don't think we did, but if we did it right, what we should do is not bump the station. Not bump the station. What we should have is a nice throw dock. And I've never done this before, and I'm hoping, out of the way, little guy, hoping this works. Hit. Oh! Oh! And 10 points for Yuki for being the best Kerbal pilot ever. Oh, I can't believe that worked. I cannot believe that worked. That is the most awesome day ever. Okay, let's lock the station. Yes! I never want to have to do that again. That was sweet. I've been trying to avoid docking like that forever. I have been trying to avoid performing docks like that forever because it's insane. Performing dockings like that are insane. You do not want to dock like that. And yet, we have pulled it off on this day. Oh, wow, that was cool. Super stoked. I don't know about you guys. I'm super stoked. That was really sweet. But speaking of really sweet, since we have wow, that was really cool. Wow. Yeah, I'm really excited. I can't believe that worked, especially first try. First try. OMG. Never thought that would happen. I thought we'd have to like readjust or reload or re-something or relaunch. I don't know, but wow, first try, we did it. Alright, so we have 90 meters per second of, or 90 units, not meters per second, but 90 units of Delta V in our little itty bitty RCS tank there. So what I'm doing now is Yuki's going to dock with the ship, okay? This is what's happening now. Yuki's going to dock with the ship, and he's just going to take a break. He earned it, or she earned it. I don't know. Yuki's kind of a generic name for me, so I will say they've earned it. Probably with my viewer count, I'm assuming Yuki's a guy, so and it is a male Kerbal anyway. But Yuki's going to go ahead and lock in really quick. Go ahead and lock in. There you go. Okay. So Yuki's going to lock onto the ship. He's going to chill here for a little bit. What's going to happen is, let's turn all of our lights off. Good to go? Good to go. Alright, so Yuki's going to chill here for a little bit, and then, like I said, I want your guys' feedback in regards to whether or not you would like to see returns, because Yuki's not going to return until you guys tell me. Until you guys say, I want to see returns, I don't want to see returns, KB. Once you guys tell me whether or not you guys want to see returns, we will absolutely bring Yuki back down. And along with bringing Yuki back down, we'll start bringing up more parts and pieces. Now we have the main core mechanical sort of. We still lack power. That's our big thing. We need power. We need living quarters, and we need health stuff. We need like food and tack and stuff like that. But once that's all set up, this is going to be totally awesome. I hope it's going to be totally awesome. I hope it works the way it's supposed to, because if it does, this is going to be the greatest season of KSP, or excuse me, Kerbal Space Adventures ever. But yeah, proof in point. Flip dock. Or not flip dock, but yeah. That's just wow. Anyway, so again, those things are going to come up in the future. Please, please, please tell me if you guys want to see returns or not. Returns, you know, with deadly reentry and everything. Or if you guys want me to cut out the boring ones and only let in the exciting ones where things explode and people die. Totally up to you guys. But for now, we're going to go ahead and call it here. So once again, I would like to thank you all very much for joining me for Kilobyte Short on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Space Adventures. And I will see you next video.